Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joanne Hughes. I'm an intuitive lifestyle strategist, and today I'm excited because we are talking about one of my favorite topics to talk about, which is the energy centers. That's right, we're talking about the energy centers over the next 7 days, or what we call the chakra systems. So, Joanne, why are we talking about our chakra systems? Well, do you know what? As a coach, again, one of the most important topics that I always say is how to connect with your clients, and connecting to their chakras and energy is one way that we will be able to serve our clients and understand what it is they need quickly, and also to be able to just respond and guide them a lot better. And if you're, anybody on this planet, really, why it's important to know that is because when energy is flowing, we have health. There's so many different compartments when it comes to health and wellness. It's not just the physical body. And as I'm working through my method, which I call the evolve method, when I'm working through that and I'm creating it and creating it out to be able to share it with other coaches, it's really just such an intricate process, because it's not just one thing that we do. It's looking at the body, the physical body, the mind, the mental, the emotional, and the aura, or the spiritual, the energetic aspects of all of that is for wellness. Plus, the digestive fire, which, even though it's a part of the body, I consider it a separate entity of its own. So it's all so amazing, and it all works so synergistically together. But it's an important thing, knowing the 7 energy centers, to keep you healthy, your family healthy, and for coaches, spiritpreneurs, and healers to be able to help heal your clients and connect with them in an amazing way that's going to help guide them on their path. And isn't that what I'm talking about, is empowering women to step into their greatness and to align energetically with their purpose and their mission and their path for abundance and for health. So that's what we're going to talk about. Let's get into it. We are actually going to start at the root here. And really, when we want to get to the root of a problem, we start with the root. And we are talking about the first chakra, which is the root, or it's also called Muladhara, the Muladhara chakra, which literally translates to root. So our root chakra is at the base of the spine. That's where it's located, at the base of the spine. And it is associated with the earth element. And the color that is associated, so for people that see the colors of aura, they know that it's red. Or if we are trying to, ignite this and ignite the movement and awaken the chakra, I tell people to look at and feel or be able to see the color red, because it vibrates. Every energy center vibrates with a color. So associated with the earth element, and it's linked to the ability for you to be able to feel deeply rooted in your life. Um, so the issues that would be associated with the root chakra are issues of vitality, stability, survival, security. And when it's in balance, let's talk about our root chakra being imbalanced. We feel secure. We have high self-efficacy. We believe that we are able to look after ourselves, support ourselves, that, we always have our back, and we know how to do that. We also feel grounded, of course, grounded and stable. We have healthy eating, optimal weight, and humility. And also we have good elimination. So all of those things really tie into the root chakra. And when it's out of balance, you will feel insecure, fearful, anxious, a lot of anxiety, a lot of just being unstable, low self-esteem, fearless. I said that. You'll be underweight or overweight. And then there's also a spiritual aspect of it. There's spiritual issues that can come up. And let me turn my paper. I committed to being more organized here, so I take better. I don't waste my time. So I've written everything down so that I can go through it. So spiritual issues, the inability to trust in the world and in the earth, our inability to, we feel like the earth is dying, or something's going on with the earth, and it's not going to be there to produce all this wonderful, wonderful food and stuff. So you also doubt your place in the universe. Sometimes we feel like we don't belong. And I know as a child, I always felt this feeling of floating around the universe and didn't feel rooted in the earth. And even as an adult, sometimes not feeling like I knew where I belonged and wanting to just be anywhere and everywhere because I wasn't really deeply rooted anywhere. So also you will have some spiritual symptoms would be an existential crisis or a crisis of faith, a distrust in faith, and a loss of will. So some physical problems would be fatigue, would be bowel issues, would be a weakened immunity, senses, also feeling pain in the lower, like sensing in the lower body, the legs, the feet, feeling pain in the lower back. And so those are different ways that you're going to feel it within your physical body, your spiritual body, your emotional body. And when we have, let's talk for just a moment about being a coach and how we can help someone when we know that they have issues in the root chakra. So when you're talking to someone, to a client that comes into your practice, and they're talking to you about, I just don't feel, I feel stuck, or I don't feel like I belonged. There's no stability, or using words such as not feeling really grounded, or using, when you hear them use words that you're listening to them and you know that the term really is being grounded. Because when we feel grounded, we feel stable, we feel confident, and in our body we have, we're at a perfect weight, we have lots of energy and vitality, we have good immunity, so we're not sick often. And also, like, again, people that have bowel issues. And in my coaching questionnaire, when clients come to me, I always ask questions about physical health, and it includes bowel question, because that's a really big thing. When we know that there's blockages in the bowels and they're not having regular movements, I'll know right away that you have a blockage in your energy center as well, in your root chakra. And so we can, talk to them about lots of different ways to bring it back into balance. And I'm going to talk about some of those ways too. So some of the ways are some practices and ways to, ignite that chakra, and awaken it. Don't have to be really complicated. And in fact, really, it is the simple things that don't cost money and are simple to do. And you could probably do it, right in your own home. And so, or in your area, because really one of the practices is going for walks. Going for walks, gardening, being out in nature. being out in nature really helps us to feel grounded and helps to move that energy. If we talk about other like food that helps us feel grounded, eating root vegetables like beets and carrots and squashes, yams and potatoes, and all of those things that come from the ground have earth energy in it and help to keep our energy grounded and help us to, feel grounded. So, yeah, also, of course, yoga and dance, drumming, and breath work. Yoga poses, especially when we're doing movement in our hips, and dance, all of those things, singing bowls, sound baths, and also saying a mantra. So every chakra does have a sound to it, and the root chakra has the sound lam. So when chant that word over and over, lam, just like you would if you say om. And those saying those chants and saying it over and over again really do help the vibrational and the energetic fields of the body. It seems silly doing it if you're not used to doing it, but it truly does help. I will do another talk on the vagus nerve, but you know, I love the vagus nerve, talk about the vagus nerve because it's such a huge nerve that goes throughout our body. And I can tell, I've had times where I'll have issues with the vagal nerve. And so I also know that cold water, singing, chanting, and om helps to help that vagus nerve to be activated and stimulated. So doing those certain things, I will do those, and any kind of nerve pain, vagal nerve pain, goes away. So it works, and I'm living proof to that. So also an affirmation. So I wrote down an affirmation that we can say, because affirmations help, so you can write it down. Now, let's talk quickly before I go over the affirmation. If you, again, are a healer or a coach, and you're working with a client that comes to you, that talks, even actually just sitting in a room with your client and looking at your client, maybe their skin looks a little grayish. They have very low energy. Um, you know, you can tell when you're talking to them that they don't have the motivation, and that they're totally not in their purpose, because they don't you can just hear it in a person's voice, right? When they're really stagnant. And when you know that a client is stagnant, and just as a person, and when you can notice that in yourself, when you feel like you're stuck, you don't have that vitality, you don't have that motivation, you don't have that passion, and you don't really know what you want to do, you have a stuck root chakra, and you have to get that moving, and you have to get the energy moving, because what happens is, over time, that energy builds and builds and builds and builds until you'll have a physical ailment or illness or disease, dis-ease, because of a blockage in your chakra systems. And so, as a coach, being able to understand the energetic systems of the body, you're able to look at your client and to know, okay, they're coming in, they don't have that vitality. They've told me that, in the past month that they've been feeling sick, and, you know, I can't, like, maybe foggy brain, and I just can't seem to concentrate and focus. Those are all words that talk about being ungrounded. Or if they're really chatty, and they're going around in circles and talking, or they're just talking nonstop, that is a sign of being ungrounded. And so you'll be able to then help them with different ways, simple practices that they can incorporate as soon as they leave. You could be on a discovery call right now and hear them and certain words that they use, the way that their voice, the tone of their voice, you'll be able to right away give them something to fix that. So that's why this is important. And of course, today is the root chakra, and we'll go over more of them over the next few days. But I did write down an affirmation. Of course, you can make up your own affirmation, and you can help your client to come up with an affirmation, or just, if you're at home watching and you want to write an affirmation because you feel like that. I wrote down, I am in the exact place in my life where I need to be right now. I have the ability to support myself and protect myself, heal myself, and can make changes when I want and need. Because, again, with the root chakra, you were looking at, some people might feel disconnected from family. Some people, again, don't really feel grounded in their life. They don't feel rooted in their life. They just kind of slug through life, not really having any purpose or passion, that energy and vitality. And also having your clients begin to meditate, and to meditate on red energy, red color, sorry. And I like to tell them that the energy vibrates in our chakra systems, and to visualize this, vibrant red light that's just glowing in their root, and also hearing the hum of that vibration. And if you go back into my channel, you will also see, I believe there's a video on there where I do an actual meditation, where it's a guided meditation going through the chakra system. So have a look at that. And that's it for today, folks. Thanks so much for listening and for being here. I'm excited about this week. So if you want to hear more about the chakra systems, and why it's important for us to understand them, what each one does or relates to within the body, mind, and spirit, then hit that subscribe and like button, and you will be notified when the next video comes out. Have a great day, everybody. Mwah! Have a wonderful day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.